Ready? All right, we're live. Guys, this
Very
is
nice, very
Entertainment
nice.
Lord, joined by J-Bud. So I haven't seen the Steven Bomb 6. So what do you think, Justin?
You haven't seen it?
I've
that
seen.
would make for quite the interesting discussion. I just go through each and every episode and say, well, this is something interesting that happens to this. Don't want to spoil it for you, but we can probably work around that, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't want to spoil it for you, but Pearl dies. No.
No, it'll be
Oh
spoiled for
boy.
everyone because not even I knew that.
Yes, it's a spoiler. So guys, welcome to Steven Bomb 6's discussion. And I'm here joined by the master of voices, the writer of Inanimate Insanity, the person who I've taken this long to introduce, and holy crap, it's taken a while. This is Justin Chapman's J-Bud. Wait, I can say your name, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, phew.
You're all set there. I appreciate the lengthy introduction. It means a lot to me.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you. Thank
good
you.
to finally have the only person of note on, or the only popular person on YouTube who's actually watched my content.
You never know if someone's just lurking around, just hasn't made their voice heard, and of course, I wouldn't say I'm that. In the scheme of YouTube, there's a lot
Eh.
of crazy great people out there, but I do appreciate it. Just
Hey,
happy to be here.
you've been a long time. Basically, he's a fan. He was someone who I saw my content. I'm like, wow, you have a lot of subs. What if I checked your channel out? How could someone with so many subscribers subscribe to me? Self-deprecation is something I have to do. It's in my contract.
Gotcha there. I'm a fan of good entertainment. Hence the entertainment lord would surely be a excellent destination.
Yeah, definitely not egotistical naming of mine.
Of course.
Yeah. So anyway, we actually have something we're supposed to be discussing.
Wait, and
Steven,
what would that be?
episode 12 of Inanimate Insanity.
Oh, woo! We're leaking it all.
Surprise! Baited you reveal all your secrets.
Uh, I guess you caught me, and fair is fair, of course.
No, we're discussing Steven Bomb 6, as you see in this title. Gosh. How many minutes in is this?
Just 3 minutes in. Not bad. We're solid today.
Never too late.
Never too late for a Steven Bomb, according to Cartoon Network, of course.
Yeah, after all, it's never too. So first and foremost, let's bring up thoughts on season 4 going up to this moment.
Well, I've had far too many arguments over how season 4 worked out up until this point, but I thought that overall I could at least, at the very minimum, put it above season 1A. I think I liked it more than the average fan. I wouldn't put it above 1B, 2, or 3, but it is written to be the first half of a season, so I mean, I'm not gonna knock the show as in its entirety for just a more relaxed half season or full season.
But then again, 2 and 3 are also kind of half seasons.
Of course, and again, yeah, if you're gonna compare one first half to another first half, I'd put 2 above 4 easily. But
hey,
based on where this bomb goes, it seems like they have some quality stuff in mind.
Yeah. And hey, we can at least say better than Ruby season 4.
Jeez,
oh gosh, it's heating up. People are gonna kill me.
Oh no. I definitely have some friends that would disagree, but I'd agree on that one. It wasn't a big movie for them, but and I was a big Steven season 4 fan, so there you go.
So in the Steven Bomb, so we are not. I've decided let's not talk about it stuck together because
Okay.
spoils.
Yeah, we'll just hold off on the season 5 premiere that went onto the Cartoon Network website to promote the big Wanted event at the end of this month.
Oh, Wanted. You know, it's great to have 4 episodes put on to one day. Definitely gives me a sign that Cartoon Network's not trying to burn the show off.
Yeah, but it's also stressful for everyone else. I mean, like in a good way, of course, in a good way.
mean,
I
I mean, I'm definitely not having deja vu about how regular show ended.
I didn't get to really keep up on that one, but I hear it's pretty crazy.
Basically, for me, I've had this thing where if a bunch of episodes are stacked up in a show's season, like if they're trying to burn off episodes and air 2 a week, that's never a good sign. I am Legend of Korra.
Jeez, yeah, Nick was
Um,
not kind to that show in any sort of fashion.
what? You want to tell an adult story? Ha ha ha! You're on
Goodbye.
Nickelodeon.
Jeez,
I
then
swear, the good shows Nick has made in most recent in like 2014, from 2010 to 20 like 14 are
Mhm.
always going so fast. Even 2015, if we include Harvey Beaks there.
Oh yeah, that's another show that I was very interested in tuning into. I just never got around to it. Plenty,
Yeah,
I guess it goes for a ton of shows
I hear enough
nowadays.
good things about it. So and I'll like seriously, just side note. I've always found it so annoying how whenever Nickelodeon does have a good show, because recently they did have a sitcom which I actually, if you've been tuning into my channel for a little bit, you know I liked, called 100 Things to Do Before High School, made by
Mhm.
the same guy behind Ned's Declassified and Big Time Rush, also Johnny Test, but we look past mistakes.
I did really enjoy Nets Declassified, and I
Yeah,
had a handful of Johnny tests for me, so I got the balance there.
yeah, but no, but anyway, so this is Steven Bomb 6 because when we want Steven Universe to not be filler episodes, we have to wait for an entire week of it.
And yeah,
Other
the spacing in
and even
between.
then,
Yeah.
so the first episode here is Lion 4. I think it's straight to video. Crap, it's a Disney sequel now.
No, well, that'd be the third one. Line for alternate ending.
Oh, never mind. Blah.
Close, very close. Line 3, it's a very high bar to live up to. Line 3 is, I think, a tremendous emotional roller coaster, and it's definitely within my top favorites. Line 4, though, it has a lot to reach, but it doesn't necessarily go for those heights, and because of that, I could appreciate it just for what it is. How do you feel about it?
I like it. It's good. I enjoyed it through the whole time. At least it's not Rocknaldo. Hey,
I think it gets a lot more
hey.
credit than Rocknaldo. I think it has a lot more going for it.
Yeah. So what I think of it in general is I watched this one live for the first time. So this was the one that actually was leaked, and I didn't watch it leaked.
Mm.
It's funny because I kind of made the mistake of watching Are You My Dad and I Am My Mom, but or before Dugout or The Good Lars, just knowing what was going to happen through the leaks.
Hmm.
My source
Hmm.
didn't have those episodes, so I saw them later, and I'm like, happened.
Oh no, I knew a lot going in, based on the leaked previews that were released prior. Though I I have no self control. I also saw the Line 4 leak in low quality, like at least a month before this bomb aired, and I mean it helps because I just need my Steven film every once in a while when Cartoon Network spaces out for a very long time to allot episodes for the bomb. I can't stand it. I need it. But Line 4 I
Yeah,
think is yeah.
Well, I'll say the thing with Cartoon Network spacing is it's very sporadic for Steven Universe. You're gonna get them on hold a lot for one major event because this is a show that pretty much lives and dies off of its main event sometimes. For
And
example,
not
the
every.
last time was the last Steven Bomb, and then after that we get a few weeks of filler episodes until Cartoon Network says, "Do we have to air this? What purpose do we have for airing these other episodes?" So they decided to grind off the filler episodes, and no one pays attention to those until this.
Well, I'm interested in how the younger demographic sees the less plot based episodes because maybe they do work well.
Hey, maybe they see it as Teen Titans Go isn't on. Let's just watch this.
Oh, just some girl hanging out with her dorky dad. I don't. The hijinks are far too mundane for me.
No, but Lion 4 alternate ending I think is a really sweet episode. Okay, also, was it just me who saw the UFO arrive to Beach City?
The
Because I
UFO,
think
referring to what?
there's a part at the end of Line 4 which shows the UFO, which I think it's foreshadowing it still. I think. Let me just see if I can find this on my own.
I have no idea what you're referring to. If so, then I haven't seen this anywhere.
This might be my delusional imagination, but I think I saw like the UFO that is or the spaceship thingamabobber, which is supposed to be
The Hershey Kiss gem ship.
Yeah, I think I saw that earlier. Let me just find it on YouTube for it because
Around when? Because I can search for it as well.
hang on. Lion for alternate.
Searching for that. I think Line 4 is a very fitting episode, just on the basis that it's very much following in the footsteps of Line 2, because throughout that episode we're having this juxtaposition between Steven with his magical destiny and Connie with a normal life, and they're both envious of one another's. But for this one, we're focusing just in on Steven's destiny, that he has been pushed upon him his entire life, because everyone sees so much greatness in him because of who came before him. And just throughout the episode, it's, I need to figure this out. I'm a gem. I have a purpose. I guess that's a little internal, but he's pushing for this deeper meaning. And at the end, you just find out, no, you don't need this. Just be you. There wasn't some bigger plan for you. You can make that decision yourself. Yeah. And I think it's beautiful.
See, I think Rose is a really good character on this. She's mysterious still. We know that she slaughtered diamonds. So she must have played Minecraft. So she can mine the diamonds.
Oh, jeez.
Much of her past is a mystery. We get to hear because, for one, Steven has never known her, so he hears the perspective of someone who she rescued. Someone who has a stalkishly crush on her. Not just joking there. And a Garnet. And then he gets Greg's perspective, so he doesn't hear the bad side of her as much, aside from a few things. And there's probably a lot that she hasn't told anyone. Still, But alternate ending, more like alternate, I don't know. Oh no, I should shut up.
And another reality would have been Nora, and that would have been just as cool with Rose, because it would have been another person, but a person doing whatever they want to do. And that was the goal all along, just to bring in life, and that's what Steven learns. And I think it was an excellent way of showing that off.
And if it was Nora, then they would have gotten a hammer and had to go to Beacon Academy.
Ah, okay. There you go. There's another Ruby reference for today. Can we make a trio?
Huh?
We'll get there.
Okay.
We'll get to a trio of Ruby references sooner or later.
Yeah. Just saying, the thing with my discussions is I get off topic way too easily.
And that's the fun of it.
Yeah. So, and the tape is interesting how it's an alternate message. And yeah, I'm just thinking also, wait, so you couldn't just find out what gender your baby is?
Well,
wait, gym anatomy. Never mind.
okay, firstly, there's that. Secondly, I mean, they could have done what humans do to find out maybe later on in the process and then have these tapes done beforehand. Or maybe they just wanted a surprise. You know, there's there's a few ways to have gone about it. The thing is, to them, it wasn't a problem. To us, it's a problem. It's like, why didn't you just fix this earlier? But to them, it's like, why would we? Why does it matter?
I mean, yeah. But so yeah, Lion for alternate ending is a sweet episode. I love the ending also with Greg.
Yeah, it was an excellent choice. I remember when I first watched it. We arrive in this area that's colored very much, or well, lit in this very similar fashion to how Last One of Beach City was, and then we hear a guitar, and for some reason we're walking up to where Greg is, and in my mind I'm like, Mystery Girl's finally coming back! Oh my god! Yeah. But then it turns out to be Greg, and you know what? I'm fine with that. It's sweet. I'm cool with that. We'll have Mystery Girl some other time, I guess.
Oh gosh, I just was checking one thing as we were talking, and I just saw something that I have to share with you. Ever heard of Neodusk? Because
not.
Let me just check if people actually are tuning into this crap. I'm checking my. It's not great. I have a very high opinion of myself. Can't you tell?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, Steven of the universe. I get it. Okay, it's just a bunch of Guardians of the Galaxy references, and it's perfect.
Yes.
And that last one is it's hard. So, what was that for people who want to check that out?
Yeah.
What was the artist name?
Neodusk. I posted the link. Link in my
just for those listening. Thingamabob.
Link in my baba. Thingamabob. Bob.
Of course. Anything else you want to say about Lion 4?
Hopefully Lion 5 will include giant dinosaurs.
Oh, jeez. I mean, I know a lot of people have an issue with this, and I don't necessarily, because I'm sure we have plenty of time left to figure this stuff out, but it would have been nice to have some Lion revelation this episode, because I feel this is the first Lion episode where we don't really learn anything about him. But
yeah,
you know, there's always time for that down the line.
I love how originally the theory with Lion was Lion is Rose.
Yeah, I mean, there's Lion is Rose, Lion is Pink Diamond, Lion this, that, this. Who knows? I wouldn't be.
In the Steven Universe fandom, we have a theory for everything.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm still in the boat of it'd be pretty fun if it was Pink Diamond's shards in the treasure chest, and then that's what's powering Lion.
Or here's a good theory. Knife was used to kill Pink Diamond.
Oh no. We get the II reference and the Steven's knife reference. Perfect. Yeah. I mean, that's another weird thing, because I mean, Rose is known for her giant sword, even for Eyeball, but at the same time, we were specifically told they went out of their way to mention that Rose's sword was created by Bismuth to destroy the form of a gem, but never shatter it. So there's something going on there.
How the crap did that happen? Oh,
so she either she used a different weapon, and other than the one that she was well known for using, or I guess she just there was something behind the scenes that we haven't heard about yet.
And and she couldn't have used Breaking Point, because Breaking Point only Bismuth really knew about, because Bismuth.
Well, Rose shut Bismuth down because of the Breaking Point. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibilities that was the Breaking Point.
What if actually Rose used Breaking Point on Pink Diamond, not knowing the full capacity of its destruction?
I would be very surprised. I want to say I'd be surprised because I would assume if she got her hands on it, it would have been after Bismuth told her about it. I think what it really comes down to is, did Bismuth make the breaking point after or before the shattering? Because it makes a big difference to Rose's mindset. Because either it's she said no to the breaking point, but then used it later anyway, or she used it and then Bismuth thought, okay, we used it on a diamond, now let's keep using it on the rest of them. So I mean,
yeah,
it makes a huge difference.
I could think maybe that Rose grew very desperate or something. Like Pink Diamond could be terrible, but I frequent TV tropes, their Steven Universe page, because I like to use that to find out other fans' opinions too. And something that they had said was that Pink Diamond wasn't too bad in one way, at least because she made a gem where the main abilities were defense and healing.
Oh yeah, no, that's a good point.
Being Rose, right?
Yeah, right. And all the rose quartz left at the zoo facility.
Also, I just wanted to say my uncle met the voice actress of Yellow Diamond.
Oh yeah, no, you mentioned that Patti LuPone.
Yeah, he saw her perform and got her autograph.
Steven history in the making.
Yes, the first time someone who hasn't seen the show got the autograph. A legend. No. So let's just move on to Dugout. I think this is dragging out.
Dugout. Yeah. We have time to talk about Rose later.
Yeah. In fact, I think after the Steven Bomb 6 discussion, we can talk theory and stuff like that because I got all the time in the world.
Sounds good. So Dugout, I should have mentioned before, line 4, I believe, it was storyboard and written by that was Paul Villico and Hilary Florido. Now we have Dugout, which is Lamar Abrams and Katie Mitroff.
Thankfully, no more Helen Joe.
Yeah, those unfortunately those are some of my least favorite episodes. And I actually really enjoyed Dugouts. I do occasionally have my issues with Lamar Katie episodes, as much as I enjoyed them individually. But I unlike most Steven Bombs, this one I didn't really have any particular episode that I didn't really like. And although this one I'd probably say is my least favorite of the 5, I still really enjoyed it. What was that?
I think this is the 6th.
No, sixth Steven Bomb, but I mean least favorite of the 5 episodes within this Steven Bomb.
Yeah, it is my least. Wait, have you had a problem with one of the episodes with all the other Steven Bombs?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of, if I going in order, I didn't like The Message. I didn't like Rising Tides, Crashing Skies. No Steven Bomb 3 issues. Steven Bomb 4, I didn't like Steven's Birthday, and Steven Bomb 5, I didn't really like The Zoo. Which, unfortunately, I feel bad that they're all episodes done by Lamar, and I'm a little rough on those ones sometimes. And it's, as much as I enjoy him, I feel bad, but that's just how it happens to be. But yeah, no, this is the second Steven Bomb where I didn't dislike any episodes.
So, that's a step in the right direction.
Oh yeah.
So I actually really like Dugout. I think I like it a lot more than most Beach City Civilian episodes.
Yeah, it's really charming. Doug is a great character. I want to hang out with him more. And it's very simple, not really out of the ordinary premise with dad wanting to impress the kids and not living a crazy fun life, and coming to terms with that throughout the episode. But it's done in such a fun, sweet way that I have no issues with it. I'm totally fine with that.
I mean, Doug is a dad who you just want to give a big hug.
Such a dad.
Huh?
Yeah, no, I'm agreeing.
Yeah. Because it's funny because I also had I kind of had heard a little bit of other people's opinions about the bombs through another discussion video, the Pie Guy discussion video I checked out,
I am
just a little bit.
suspects. Great host choice.
Yeah. And with how that was, I think that he's in an interesting position compared to other dad characters. I think the way that Steven Universe does portray parents, while really good, like with Greg and stuff, every dad in the show kind of feels like they just want a little more love. Like,
yeah.
like you get Greg who is a fun and great dad, but the crystal gems just didn't respect him at first, at least.
Mm-hmm.
They're respecting him no more now. That's better. But
we even have Pearl say "our Greg" twice now, so that's a step in the right direction.
Yeah. Oh, here's something I find kind of funny. In the entire Steven Bomb about my dad, I think Greg only appears in the first episode.
Yeah, I was very surprised to not see him in an episode called
Are you my dad?
Are you my dad? I almost said I am my dad. Are you my dad?
I am my dad and mom. I'm a weird person.
Mom and my sister. He's his whole family. Woo!
No.
He claims to be his entire family in a single Steven bomb. It's great.
Well, I just weird conspiracy theory. And Nora actually did exist. Rose gave birth to twins, but one of them was buried in the sand until something happened to her and she was raised somewhere else.
It sounds to me a lot like
she was teleported into an alternate dimension filled with male crystal gems.
Oh no!
It's the Fiona and Cake treatment.
I'd enjoy that. I'd happily audition for male Pearl. That'd be a dream.
No, but Dugout I thought was a really sweet episode. Let's see. So
we get the start of the invasion. It's really they do it in a creepy way that always has me guessing. Is this a gem thing? Is this I was guessing throughout that it was onion, but come the end it was like, no. I mean, yes, I was right, but no, I'm also not right.
Well, onion is a weird creature in this world. He can do oniony things. Seriously,
the onion species, the gems have been fighting for centuries now behind the scenes. We just don't know about that war.
The only species they've been fighting more than the onions are the snake people.
No, not Sneeple.
Yeah. This is fun.
It's a great time. You get to go around on a crazy mission with Peter Pizzapopoulos and
Carmen Sandiego knockoff.
And non Carmen Sandiego, of course.
Yeah. So non Mario and non Carmen Sandiego. Is this a fanfic?
Possibly.
Wait, no.
That's the whole show. It's great.
In a fanfic, there would be a heck of a lot more of Mary suing. I mean, seriously,
there you go.
Not many shows still put a Mary Sue in, unless you're Fairly Odd Parents season 10.
Womp womp. The one scene I'm very weird about is you got the UFO scene where they enter the UFO after hearing like a little noise, and then the ride kind of just starts out of nowhere. I've watched it 3-4 times now. I'm still so confused as to how that ride starts. Is it the gems? Is it just some of Funland's machinery not working properly?
Here's what I actually would have thought would have been a better twist to it. That's what the gem it matters. That was actually they went into it and it's a gem. It's an actual gem ship. Like it was actually the ship of Aquamarine.
that would be fun, but I guess they don't want to do anything like that straight away. They want to save the reveal for another 2 episodes.
Yeah. We'll get to Aquamarine and Topaz.
But I guess it's nice symbolism for Steven getting trapped in a ship with his friend.
Definitely not foreshadowing at all. I mean, well, Well, he didn't have those friends though. Well, what friends?
Different.
He had a Lars.
Yeah, his best friend Lars.
What about Connie though?
Connie is symbolism for Lars.
That's a good conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
So
There you
now
go.
should we be shipping Lars and Steven or Connie and
Stars.
Sadie?
Oh,
Because if Connie is symbolism for Lars, what if Lars is symbolism for Connie?
I feel like at some points behind the scenes, they said something about Sadie being pansexual, right? Maybe, or maybe I'm
I don't know.
just thinking up things.
Well,
maybe that's
well,
just
so
who knows.
well, Sadie is based on Rebecca Sugar, who's bisexual.
There you go. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't think that they're gonna go that route though with it because.
Sadie ex mystery girl. She steals her from Pearl and they start a feud.
But Pearl deserves her.
Dude, what does deserves mean? I mean, yeah, she deserves someone, but I mean, she doesn't really know much about Mystery Girl.
Fine, if you insist that she deserves Mayor Dewey.
No! Anything but that.
I swear this is one of the I swear this stream is just beautiful.
And howdy
Face
to
reveal!
Briggs in the
Quickly,
chat.
face show again. And see that my camera sucks, so boop.
Woo! Fantastic.
So
unfortunately, I don't really have that much crazy stuff to say about Dugout, but anything that you have in mind?
I think another thing though is I find it so weird in the show how most of the dads I think there might are very are either kind of slightly dorky or strict.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I would say that Barb is like a mix of the two in a weird way.
Well, she's not a dad; she's a mommy. I thought
you said parents. My apologies.
No.
But yeah, Doug was kind of. Doug, when around his wife, seems very strict, but then you get to this episode when he's away from what's her name, Parika, something like that.
Here, let me just look that up.
But either way, well, that's going on. Yeah, and then we come here, and he's just this joyful little doof, and I love him. My favorite joke of the episode. What was that?
It's Priyanka.
Priyanka, that's it, Priyanka. And favorite joke of the episode is certainly, and they're talking about oh yeah, maybe we should go undercover, and then Doug goes, how do you know I'm not undercover? Takes off the glasses right now, and then we just get this shot, Steven and Connie in shock. It's gorgeous. I love it.
I love the dynamic that Steven and Connie have. I think those two being together in a Townie episode greatly improves it in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Because
they're great too. They're a blast. Yeah.
Because just given Steven to work with on this, we don't have as much of a bounce off because Connie, I love how through the entire time she's definitely become a little more extroverted.
Oh yeah. Well, I would still call her introverted, but yeah, she's a lot more socially able.
Versus that first episode where she's just sitting there reading her book.
Oh. And now she's going on adventure. And we got Steven float. For some reason, whenever I see Steven floating, I'm like, ha, they did the thing. Because it doesn't happen often. We'll also get a next episode.
Yeah. So, hey, someone just said hi, so I'm going to say hi back. Just, text logic. Hi, Aiden. Right. This is your shout out.
Woo!
So other things is with Connie, she is well, her dynamic with Steven is it's good to have two friends versus when honestly what makes a Steven and Connie episode good in my opinion is them bouncing off sometimes even when it's different. Like I'm not too big of a fan of what's the episode that makes you hate Ronaldo even more? Which
one? Do you mean Ronaldo?
No,
that's Rising Tides Crushing Skies.
Full disclosure. I love Full Disclosure, but I hate Ronaldo's appearance in it, it just makes me
I mean,
feel.
he definitely serves a purpose. Yeah, I mean, you might not enjoy his presence, but I would say that he propels the episode in a very specific direction.
Yeah, I mean, but Dugout I think is one of the good ones with their dynamic because I love this dad. I just want to give him a big hug.
Yeah, I mean, it's not nearly as dramatic as Full Disclosure. It's just a fun little romp, and one that doesn't get uncomfortable like Open Book, but I had a blast, especially. Yeah, I didn't know what to expect from this one in particular. The next one though is the one where I was most hesitant on, just because of being afraid of the fan base. Anything
So the
before you
next
want to
one
switch over there?
I
Yeah.
think is the good Lars. Yeah.
The good Lars. What a guy.
Oh boy. So for the background for this, what's your thoughts on Lars?
Love Lars. I think Lars is a wonderful character. I always have, and I know, and that's not a popular opinion.
Oh,
But I love dealing with his anxiety and his issues socially, and I think he's just such a perfect opposite view foil to Steven. And I think he's done a lot of. I think it's as much as a lot of people didn't like the new Lars, and that's probably my least favorite Lars episode. But as much as a lot of people didn't like that one, I feel like he's grown so much since then. And like you'll see like little appearances where he's gotten a lot more chill. I mean, chill to a believable extent with how Lars's character is. But what were you gonna say?
So with Lars, I think I actually do like him a little more than most people see. I have friends who are a lot like Lars, and if you have friends who are kind of like Lars, I think you'll like him a lot more. Just he's a lot of fun. His romance with Sadie is adorable, in my opinion.
I'm more intrigued by the relationship than anything because I know that the crew has something in mind for them for down the line, but just having them paired together is a little weird at times because it seems like more so than having good chemistry with one another, it's more so that they are very reliant on one another, and that because they had some sort of spark briefly at some point, they keep wanting to go back to that. And not to say that they would make for a bad couple. I'm just unsure of what the show wants to do with them. But as individual characters, I love them, both of them. Lars has always been, he's always been my favorite human character on the show.
More than Connie?
Yeah. I guess I just get a lot more out of Lars episodes. I just since he's such a flawed character, and I'm always excited to see him more. But I do also love Connie. I love Greg. I used to really enjoy Ronaldo. I think he was great in his first major episode. I thought conceptually, I thought Keep Beach City Weird was a great episode conceptually. I love how he differed from Steven, how everything had to be about him. And I loved Horror Club because I thought him and Lars worked well off of each other. Though I didn't like any of the other Ronaldo episodes.
Yeah, I think though with it I liked it a lot. It's kind of sad that well, how do I put this? This establishes something kind of cool with Lars because Lars is Steven's only ally going to Homeworld with him.
It's not a very helpful ally, at least it so seems on the surface.
You could have had Pearl, the person who knows a bunch about Homeworld. Garnet, the fusion from Homeworld. Amethyst. Oh, she doesn't know too much about Homeworld, but at least she can fight.
Debatably, Lars might just be the least helpful human because I mean,
I mean, keep in mind, at least with Ronaldo, he's predicted the show's plot threads before.
And I mean, Ronaldo himself said in Rising Tides, Crashing Skies that he would love to be a gem diplomat. And I feel like just him saying that means that's going to go somewhere at some point. Or you could have had Onion, who could terrify and persuade anyone or anything. Or
Onion can do anything that the writers want him to. You could have had that.
Well, we keep saying we could have had that, but obviously having Lars in there is meant both for, I assume, for a lot of Lars development.
Yeah. No, but with the Lars, I think what the cool thing is for this also is I love the dynamic between him and the cool kids about how the cool and I love what this says like the cool kids would love to have him in their group, but he thinks he'd come off as lame and he's too insecure. Another reason why he needs a hug. In fact, I think I need to make this new law of the universe. Every Steven Universe character needs a hug no matter who they are. Jasper needs a hug because because I don't even know why. Never mind. Cancel that statement. Nah. You there? Hello? You've gone mute. Hello? 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 Um, hang on. Oh, you're back? Oh, wait, no. Technical difficulties. Don't mind us. All right. Oh, never mind. I know what. Yeah. So let's keep people in on the biggest mystery of Steven Universe. Is it going to be renewed? Steven Universe being renewed? I don't know what would happen. Now, tell me your thoughts in the comments below. I'm a stereotypical YouTuber. Boop. All right. Other things. So, what? Let's see. What is going on in the cast? So let's just come up with some random theories because I'm gonna do this. Aquamarine is gonna turn good. Bam, bam. That's a theory. It exists. Boom. No, Aquamarine's not. Um. Hmm. Let's see what else. The Ruby Squad is gonna turn back and they're gonna infiltrate Garnet. Bam. That's a theory. That's a theory. Um. Yeah, I am struggling to come up with random theories. So let's just do that. What else? Eyeball. Eyeball is eventually going to get 2 gems in her eyes and become a fusion. Bam, that's a theory. Um, what else is gonna happen? Dun, dun, dun. Steven Universe. I can envision a Pearl and what if there was a Pearl fusion with Peridot? Super Genius Peridot Pearl. Boom. This is the awkward part. It does awkward things. Sometimes it even eats a baby. So with the new Lars, I think it really grows Lars himself a bit. It does have that nice mystery edge to it. And the mystery edge is going to help the show. I mean, we have some crazy theories in the fandom, but the mystery edge would be good. What is the biggest? So I'm going to go to a few theories and I'm going to come up with derpy answers to them. I think this will be fun. This is an emoji movie now. Crossovers. Team Fortress 2 is related, is a Steven Universe alternate universe. I think that's true because Pyro. Replica shoot, or wait, yeah, I'm pretty bad talking to myself. I feel bad for anyone who's been sticking around to me. But we're just waiting for him. It'll be chip. So hey, Brad.
Okay, my
There we go.
apologies.
This just in, J-Bud is back.
About that. My computer just shut down out of nowhere, and then I just had to rush back on as fast as I could.
That's a serious problem these days. Almost as big of a problem as Black Lives Matter.
There you go. Yeah, serious. Yeah. Yeah.
So
I agree. Yeah.
now it was about to get awkward, so I can't. So.
Did I miss any fun action?
Huh?
Any crazy action balls gone?
I confirmed the theory that Pearl and Peridot might fuse together and become a Super Peridot.
Super Peridot, is that the name of the gem?
Super Peridot? No, that's not. I don't know why. I'm just joking around with these.
Darn, that would have been a fun time.
Um,
And I'm just ready to talk about the good Lars because what a good episode.
yeah, the episode knew it was a good Lars episode.
Hey!
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 So good.
It's such a chill episode, though. It's surprising that it's so effective. It's very relaxed, and I guess that's because of the presence of the cool kids, but at the same time, there's this anxiety right underneath it.
See, I like Sadie a lot. She's a great. I think she's adorable to watch sometimes. You know.
And it really turned into her show come the end.
Scrap Steven, just talk about Sadie. She will form crystal gems. Oh wait,
Sadie Miller, right?
I just realized Peridot and Lapis haven't appeared too much this season.
We had Kindergarten Kid, we had Gem Harvest, we had Room for Ruby, and Adventures in Space Distortion, Light Distortion. Yeah, was it Adventures in Light Distortion? Yeah.
I mean, seriously, with 2 extra characters that they have on the cast, you'd think that they do a little more with them.
And here's hoping that that's what season 5 is for. Maybe
So here's something I would
in the
like
new
to
in the
see.
new Crystal Gems. Go on.
What if only Peridot and Lapis came up to find Steven?
I mean, that'd be a blast. I mean, Lapis has made it there before by herself, so I hope they
But
could do.
but one thing I kind of do wish for more is, so we have Peridot's dynamics with everyone, but I don't think Lapis has had that many dynamics appear with other crystal gems.
Nope. But yeah, I mean, there's even an episode where she tries to impersonate the crystal gems, or well, impressions rather, maybe. But we don't really know what she thinks of any of them. We're introduced to her with her hating the crystal gems, and now it's just, does she consider herself a crystal gem? I guess because of the new crystal gems, but did she care about any of them? I don't know.
Like, one thing I gotta say about this, about it, is Lapis has really been underused.
Oh yeah.
And I am worried. I am kind of getting worried because I think that I don't know. I have a bad feeling that season 5 it's gonna end after.
I disagree because they're still recording and writing episodes at this point.
Never mind.
Yeah, and they're usually about like 40 episodes ahead, so I assume that we're at least getting 6 seasons.
Yeah, 6 seasons in a movie. 6 seasons in a movie.
In a movie. There you go.
And if you don't get that reference, shame on you.
Oh, yeah, you want to mention what it's from so they can fix their mistakes?
Community. It's from
Community. 6 seasons and maybe a movie. He tried for it so far. I mean, he's hoping. But as for good Lars, I mean, I'm glad that we get to see Lars getting back into baking for the first time since, I mean, it wasn't baking. Yeah, it was cooking in Islands Adventure, but still, some food related passion. Also, he works at the Big Donut, so maybe that was a hint. And we get to really see Lars have a passion for something for once, which usually he keeps all that bottled up just to himself.
Like with Lars, he works at a donut place. Of course, people know he probably bakes.
Well, they weren't allowed to bake there since the accidents. Actually, that's taken off as of Stephen Float, so they were allowed to start baking again and have fresh donuts. Yeah,
I think though that Lars' character development is one of the most interesting ones in the series. Though over time, I mean, he's becoming a big teddy bear.
I don't get there. Maybe. I mean, I can think of a few other characters that I would first think of teddy bear, just big size but big hearts. Yeah, Lars. It seems, based on what the writers have said behind the scenes, it seems like everything that's happened with Lars is very intentional. They knew, like, okay, we gotta plant some seeds, and then we'll get to this big arc with him later, and that's when the bulk of his transition will happen.
Which I think we're coming to that arc.
I'm up for it. I'm excited.
So no, but the good Lars was good. I think we should move on to Are You My Dad and I Am My Mom. Just two.
I clump it all together anyway because it's just one big crazy event.
But wait, Justin, are you my dad? Holy crap!
I am my mom.
I wonder what your family's life was. So the majority of this, we can say, is so we find out that they've kidnapped Connie, Sadie, Lars, Jamie, and Onion.
And how, I mean, it's a very cool, slow reveal too. I mean, specifically for those who haven't seen the trailers and whatnot beforehand, one of my favorite scenes regarding that is Steven waiting for Jamie at his house, doing the Postman song all the way back from the 3rd episode of the show. It's really quiet and somber, and we have "Bring me the post I love the most," just this mumbling, but it's also eerie, and that was Raven doing that scene. She was always great at this horror. Anyway,
here's a good question going forward. Since everyone in Steven Universe sings all the time, is Lars gonna get a chance to sing?
Better question: is Lars going to get to sing before Lapis? Jeez.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, no, I mean it's possible. We haven't had a full song outside of Postman Bring Me the Post and Potluck, those 2 mini songs, since What's the Use of Feeling Blue? That was episode
blue.
That was episode 120, and we're now through episode 130 and nothing. And I'm waiting. It's usually less than 10 episodes in between songs. I guess there was the space in between Be Wherever You Are with Island Adventure and On the Run.
Wait, what's your favorite song? What's your favorite song from the series?
My favorite song from the series is Here Comes the Thoughts, because it's a song that means a lot to me, but also has application, and I listen to it all the time to just get me through things. But It's Over, Isn't It? It's a very good second.
See, I love it more so like Pearl is the person whose songs type I like a little more.
I usually would gravitate towards Pearl's. For the longest time, it was Strong in the Real Way, and then for a really long time, it was Dude for Her, and for a short while, it was It's Over, Isn't It? This is the first time where my top isn't a Pearl song. But I mean, Pearl's my favorite. Her episodes tend to be my favorite, and her songs tend to be my favorites.
She's a really, really, really good singer, and while Garnet's an amazing singer, she's gotten a career out of it.
Yeah, well, I mean, Dee Dee kind of did also voice actress of Pearl.
Yeah.
Broadway.
Yeah. And hey, she was in Wicked.
Yes. And she played Nessa Rose. I love Wicked. I think it's wonderful. I'd love to have a recording of her singing the Wicked Witch of the East song. That's not like a
wait, I was thinking wait, isn't Boise in your state, New Jersey?
Isn't what?
Isn't Boise
New Jersey?
Yeah.
Boise. Possibly. I don't know.
I just had a random thought because I see a bunch of YouTubers having like this big meetup in Boise. So
I don't know. I don't think I've heard of Boise. That's why I'm caught off guard. I don't know. My apologies.
Idaho, never mind.
Close enough. Very close. Very close.
Yeah.
But
potato land.
But there's what a fun episode for something that's supposed to be so chill. Just a lot of really both quiet and relaxed, but also really funny moments. We have probably my favorite is when Sadie brings the plates and then Sour Cream turns off the lights and he goes, "Yay!" And I just remember that.
We're on the next.
I guess since we kind of started to talk about it and then we drifted off. My apologies. And then we talked about Lars singing. Sorry about that. Cool. For this episode, we're introduced to the body horror in this episode. That's crazy.
Yeah.
They do an excellent job terrifying you with what they do with the humans and encapsulating them within the fusion, and just it's terrifying without any.
What's funny when you think about this too? Onion's just a kid. Wait, never mind. He's not just a kid. We don't know what Onion is.
An onion, I think, which I mean was a line from the log that they grabbed from Steven.
Yeah.
That's a crazy twist. Bring that all the way back from mid-season 1.
I mean, and season 1 basically is the part that that isn't as great as the other seasons.
I mean, I would say 1B is still
Yeah.
fantastic. The second half of the season where Marble
Hey,
Madness is.
hey, we always know though that your favorite episode is House Guest.
No! Favorite episode is also a 1B episode though. My actual favorite's Rose's Scabbard.
Oh yeah.
It's been almost 100 episodes since my favorite. Not to say that I haven't had other like top episodes since then. I love Mr. Greg and Bismuth. And I mean a ton of others that are more recent. Oh, Mindful Education, of course.
Yeah, Mindful Education is great.
I mean, I'm glad we
Moving
got that out
on.
this season. Yeah.
So let's see. So what else for this episode?
So much
So
more interesting stuff. Aquamarine and Topaz, which are they're so indicative of the gems that they come from. We have Blue, which is this snobby, empowering one that very fierce and has a mind of its own. Whereas we have Topaz, who's very much a just listen to orders buff gem, and we could see really very much what each of the diamonds see as good preferable gems.
wait, is Topaz from Topaz is from yellow, right?
Yeah. Topaz is a yellow gem, and then yellow diamond gem. You can see the insignias, and Aquamarine from blue, and they're color coded just for convenience.
Yeah. See, although I will say that I actually grew to in Stuck Together, I grew to like.
Yeah, we don't need to cover that one too much without to avoid spoilers.
No, but Aquamarine, I think it's fun. Wait, how many gems that we've seen so far are British?
2, I guess. Just
wait, Garnet
and Aqua, right?
Yeah. Conspiracy theory, all blue diamond gems are British.
I mean, we've seen Lapis, we've seen Sapphire.
Oh,
and Blue Diamond sounds more Irish than anything. Or maybe Scottish. I think Irish.
Hey, what's the use of feeling blue?
And how many has you sick and go and fight a war? Yeah, I mean that song says it all. I mean, Yellow Diamond is all about utility, and feelings doesn't help with utility. Then what's the point? And that's also indicative through Topaz, who is strong and just follows orders and doesn't really express herself very much.
Is it strong in the real way, or is it...
I think our leads would say no.
Wait, or is it stronger than you?
Well, they turned out to be stronger than them come the end of the episode.
So
yeah, that was that. What a final scene too. We have everyone gathered up in the water while Steven exclaims that he's his mom, and as he makes his way, we have something. We get to see all the gems extremely upset over this. And then the final line of the episode strikes so hard before Connie first says, don't you dare. And then we hear at the end, Steven! It lingers. It's powerful. That is an excellent performance. Oh my gosh.
I swear this show makes you want to cry your eyes out.
Yeah, I really enjoyed these last 2 episodes. Probably as a duo together, I would say it's my favorite of the bomb.
Hey, well, since it's a 2-parter, it's Stuck Together.
Yeah, Stuck Together. Can't wait for season 5 to watch that episode. I didn't.
I know. I have to wait.
Well, gotta wait, I guess, for another. As of the time of this recording, 13 days.
Yeah. 13 days? That's unlucky.
Yeah, I guess so. A lot of great things came out of these 2 episodes. We have the moment where Aquamarine asks Topaz if the diamonds necessarily need the humans alive, and then they grab Jamie's head, and there's that quick moment where you're like, they wouldn't do that, right? Right? He's okay, right?
Or you gotta love the part where which part? Oh wait, I lost it. No, but you gotta love the part where where Lars, where I think it's Sadie who wants help, and then Lars doesn't go to help her.
Yeah, that part's rather unfortunate, especially for Lars, because if he were to at least attempt to help and didn't hide, then he would have gotten out with the rest of them, probably. Though, I mean, on Lars' side, there's not much he could have done in that scenario. At least based on appearance, it doesn't look like he could have done anything to Topaz to make her drop Sadie. Although, I guess Sadie did win just by biting Topaz's finger. But, I mean, that just says to me that Topaz's head just wasn't in the game, that Topaz didn't really care too much as to
She was
the pain.
She was too much of a spaz.
Oh, poor Topaz. Look, when I saw this episode, I'm like, oh, just this buff, silent figure, but probably has so much hope on the inside. Just, yeah, I'd love to learn a lot more about Topaz and Aqua going forward. I hope we get to spend a lot more time with them.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna be the next more like Jasperish role. Maybe we're gonna see basically for this season a bit of a trio. What if the Ruby Squad comes back into play?
Well, there's an episode coming up called The Trial, so maybe the Rubies will testify.
Oh,
I assume it's not going to be like
that's what I'm gonna expect. A kangaroo court with
kangaroo courts,
and rubies are the jury.
Oh
that
no,
and
we're
Dippy
doomed.
Fresh.
We're doomed.
Them and Dippy Fresh.
Yeah, no, that'd be fun as well. Yeah, I was really expecting to see Jasper come the end of the season, at least earlier on. But I guess that's gonna be put on hold.
But Jasper is corrupted.
They'll figure something out. They need to make her a main character.
Hashtag Jasper's redemption.
I think there will be at some point. They have her set up. She's a very complex character that hasn't been thoroughly explored yet. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what they can do. Maybe the way that she was corrupted isn't as permanent as corruption via the diamonds, because it wasn't done by the diamonds. It was done through fusion. So maybe it doesn't work the exact same way. So
it's second degree corruption.
Yeah, no, you're right. What was I gonna say? But back to these episodes. I also really loved Barb. She's always a pleasure.
Yeah,
and she cares so much. She cares so deep. She cares so much that she copied the keys to go.
Yeah, I think Barb is really when she's not playing Yang, that's the Trinity's complete.
Trinity completion.
I think she is a really great mother. Sure, she gets a little too involved in her life, but she's not that malicious soccer mom type.
Yeah, she's caring. It's just, yeah, it could get a little out of hand at points. And then we do find Sadie later, her precious daughter, in a very bad situation along with the rest of them. I mean, I've seen other people say this, and I agree that the only thing that keeps this episode held back for me is Steven getting stuck in a log. But I don't think it was for so long that it really harmed the episode. It was just, for the moment that Connie got trapped and then Steven's out.
You know, that moment was fat shaming.
Yeah, oh no, I guess so. Oh no, Crewniverse, what have you done?
SJWs are gonna kill you now.
Huh? There come the breaks, as Barb says. But this episode, Are You My Dad, also gets plenty of points for that adorable Castle for the Crabs.
Yeah.
I was so excited. It was great.
It's good that you can see that side of her.
Also, I mean, at least I thought it was pretty obviously foreshadowing what the gems do to humans with capturing them and putting them in a nice little location, but like stuck there.
Yeah.
And it happens to be 2 crabs, the number of humans traveling now to homeworlds.
They foreshadow things a lot.
Yeah, and they're pros at it. I'm really curious as to whether the when they had Steven read out the list to Peridot and Marble Madness, if they knew that they would be using it later on. The way that he does it, I mean, it seems like it very well could have been planned out. Like they knew that he had to list very specific humans in a very specific kind of way.
Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking to myself, why are they going to Beach City exactly?
I guess. No.
Oh wait.
Was there a particular reason?
Location?
Yeah,
Wait,
I mean, I think
how-
yeah.
Wait, what?
What are you gonna say?
Wait, so I think wait, how far away from Beach City is the kindergarten?
Probably. Oh no, actually, it's within train distance. Because,
Okay, but
even Amethyst got there without a warp pad.
yeah. It's fun because I had a theory at one point that past winter forecast the warp pad was destroyed.
Like in warp space, yeah, that would make a lot of sense.
Because I mean, sure, we see that vision of them and how it fails and stuff like that in the future vision, but what if they
Yeah.
try to do that anyway?
It's just one of many possibilities, I suppose, and they just ended up not doing it. Maybe it's a feature where they started to do it and then Pearl talked them out of it, because that's what Pearl was trying to do. But yeah, it's weird that was the only use of the shooting star that we saw episodes earlier. Maybe that was the intent, just to have it for a brief moment. We're introduced to it, and we're introduced to what it's capable of, but we don't really see it go anywhere.
But why would they listen to a Pearl? Huh?
No! Oh no, this is a bad. What a time and a half. Yeah, it's so sad seeing the gem so miserable come the end of the episode, though.
Mm-hmm.
Especially Pearl. We had to get one last cry in before we leave them behind for a bit.
See, I think that with a good chunk of the story arcs, that the gems, I like that the series is from Steven's perspective in some ways. Like, we don't see too much of the gems, at least until it's a story, which I think makes for a good story, just getting one perspective for the most part.
Yeah, I really hope that. Yeah, it was a great Steven season. They did a great job working on his character. I'm a little upset that it's not very much a gem season. We get one Pearl episode with Last One at Beach City. We get kind of a Garnet episode, but more so a Stevani episode with Mindful Education. Does Amethyst, I guess, has Tiger Philanthropist? Does she have anything else?
She has her amethysts.
Oh, yeah.
She
She meets the Famethyst. Yeah, that's right.
One who actually does get a bit more, though. Greg actually gets a bit of development this season.
Yeah, no, there's Greg too. No, you're right. I'm trying to. And he got to meet up with his family again in Gem Harvest.
And he got to meet up with the people with his posse of people who love him. They want to be choosing with Greg.
Oh, for a moment I couldn't think of the zoo. I guess that one didn't come to mind right away. But he got a new posse because he hasn't had enough people clamoring for his love. But I feel like we haven't spent a lot of time with the gems lately, and now we're leaving them for an even longer time because this bomb only really featured the gems in the last 2 episodes, and even
really,
not even too much there. Room for Ruby had Garnet in it a little. Tiger Philanthropist had, a little Amethyst. There's a lot of it that just. Not much gem time, so I'm hoping season 5 fixes that up. I guess this half season was a lot of Steven learning about himself and a lot of the Beach City residents.
The Steven self-discovery season.
Yeah, and I think they did a really good job there. I think First, we're introduced to the problems with mindful education, and then we get a lot more of Steven's familial history and gem harvest, and we get Steven's background in 3 Gems and the Baby. In Steven's dream, he starts to question everything and everything about Rose, and that's continued throughout that arc. In Storm in the Room, he actually questions Rose, and in line 4, he questions himself. And with Are You My Dad and I My Mom, he
No,
reaches
I am
this
your dad.
pinnacle.
Steven.
I hope there's an episode called I Am Steven, just to cement that he's cool with himself, maybe one day.
Wait, what should the episode be called?
I Am Steven.
That'll be
Because, I mean, we have
the series.
I Am My Mom.
I'm calling it. That's gonna be the series finale.
I'm okay with that. I dig that. Because it's a coming of age story for certain. So to have that be a finale.
Are you
makes
sure
sense.
you're Steven?
Steven and the Stevens, we're gonna make you smile.
That was actually a really good upbeat song, at least.
And I love that episode. It's just an upbeat episode. Geez. There's so much to say about these 2 episodes. Even just the intro of Aquamarine and Topaz are very, very interesting. We got one that's she's just there. There's no sudden reveal of, oh, look, it's a tiny gem. Oh, no, the tiny gem is scary. She's just there. She's just doing her thing. She's on her mission. Whereas, and then Topaz comes in and she's monstrous and terrifying. And I'm glad.
But she's also timid.
Maybe, possibly.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
it was a heavy season, just not in the same way that other seasons. The main difference between this and the last few seasons is that it's a lot of internal threats rather than external. Whereas 1B had the homeworld invasion, and then 2 had Peridot, and 3 had Jasper. This one is just
and the dangerous ways of Ronaldo and Onion.
Oh no, yeah, those are definitely my least 2 faves of the season. Rocknaldo and more. Despite Onion Gang is definitely my least favorite of the season.
I
can't. I don't. There's not much good I could say about Onion Gang, and I feel bad. It's cute, and I know a lot of people say that it's the episode where Onion becomes really humanized. But I got a lot of that from Onion Friends, and I love Onion Friends. I think that's a great episode. I mean, especially because of Amethyst. But
I think with Onion Friend, one thing that I like there is I still crack up at the joke where Onion decides to give Steven the
videotape.
Yeah, of his own birth.
Oh no! Yeah, I'm glad they got that through the censors. That's what we needed. Onion Gang, I don't take the aesthetic of the forest so much. That's like the one Steven location I don't really love so much. I don't dig Onion's friends. I don't really buy Steven feeling like he doesn't have friends because he's friends with everyone. So I don't know. It feels a little weird.
Yeah,
I'm not really a big fan of the conflict in that episode, and I don't really enjoy the gags as much as I do for other episodes. Rocknaldo, I think, at least has its moments. Onion Gang, I can't really say much about.
All right, so I think that covers the seasonal cap or the bomb recap. I thought it was pretty good. It was really good overall. How would you rank the Steven bombs?
Oh, geez, that is such a tough one because I could go based on how good the individual episodes are or how cohesive it is as a single story bomb, or I could go by which one has the most best episode, has like the highest number of great episodes, or which one has the least number of not so great episodes. Because I think every single bomb has its own merit to it. The one that comes to mind first is one that no one really brings up, and that's Steven Bomb 2. And that one has Sworn to the Sword, Keeping It Together, and We Need to Talk, which are 3 different top-tier episodes. I don't think there's any other bomb that has 3 episodes that I would consider like top of the top.
Sworn to the Sword is probably one of my favorite episodes of all time. Since I'm also someone who favors Pearl.
Yeah, I adore that episode. Stephen Bomb 1, though, I mean, Stephen Bomb 2 is the least cohesive one. So if you want to go by which one is the best single story, Stephen Bomb 2 is your worst option. So I mean, every bomb has its pros and cons. This one, though, I'll give it merit for.
Hey, why are you trying to justify bombs, though? Justin, the military uses them to kill people. Why are you justifying them?
Oh
Why are you
no,
justifying
I made a big mistake here, guys. This is the worst summer ever. Unless Summer Stevens 2 happens, that'd be good stuff. But just to talk about this bomb in particular, by itself, it is a great story as a whole. Because Line 4 is probably the most separated one, but even that introduces the Rose mentality that Steven has going forward into the finale. So I mean, even that matters a lot. And the story, I think it's a great story, and we got 2 great, more towny episodes that also have like some plot lurking underneath, and then a really crazy double part finale. I really appreciate this bomb. It feels less standout to me, but that doesn't mean it's bad. It's there's no, besides like the last few moments, I guess not as much compared to other bombs. Is there something huge going on? Because I don't feel like that. I don't feel the tension of Stephen Bomb 1 with the return and jailbreak. It doesn't really reach the highs of Stephen Bomb 2's episodes that I mentioned. I would say that Week of Sardonyx, the third Stephen Bomb, is probably the most coherent one. Stephen Bomb 4 has the finale of the Peridot arc, which is one of my favorite arcs in the entire show. And then 5, you have the Heights of the Diamonds, and we have really, really great stuff with them. But I guess the standout aspect of this season, this particular bomb, is just the conclusion to, not conclusion, but a furthering of Steven's self-acceptance.
It starts the next chapter of the show.
Yep, it's a huge transition point, and I guess that's what it'll be remembered for. As well as, Aqua and Topaz being pretty rad.
So yeah. So you still have time, right?
Oh yes, yeah. A little more time.
I say we can go till like 6:10 maybe.
6:10 sounds good. Yep.
EST. Because
do you say PST?
No, EST, no.
Because that might be going a little overboard with my schedule, but you were saying?
Yeah. So this is the part that I want to do called Wild Mass Guessing. So there's a site called TV Tropes, which I was telling you about, and they have this thing with all kinds of little crazy theories about characters and stuff like that. So what do you want? Steven, Peridot, Lion, or Crystal Gem theories?
Give me Crystal Gem theories for 500.
All right. What is the theory of so here's a theory that people have. Pearl was just as crucial to the rebellion as Rose, though she never realized it.
That makes sense because
You didn't answer. You didn't answer.
How exactly am I supposed to respond to this? Is it right or wrong?
What is?
What is so?
Say what is? What is in your opinion?
Oh, of course. If we're sticking to Jeopardy. So what is? Pearl was one of the first members of the rebellion and was able to show everyone that even a Pearl, the lowest of the low according to Gem Class Society, is able to be something great.
Yeah.
And maybe Rose was well aware of this being a possibility. And dang it, I don't want Pearl to find out about that. I don't want Pearl to know that because that would crush her. I assume. Okay. Because behind the scenes, they mentioned before that Pearl's love for Rose wasn't at least completely unrequited. So there has to be something on Rose's end. There's also the possibility that Rose picked up Pearl for tactical reasons, but then fell for her later. I don't know. Or maybe she fell for her first, and then once Pearl became more of a tactical use, then Rose tried to kind of cut herself off romantically.
Wait, do you think if Rose had never met Greg, then she and Pearl would have fallen in love?
I don't, because they were together for thousands of years, and yet nothing happens. If Greg didn't come along, it just would have been, by this point in the show at least, just a few more years. That's nothing compared to the thousands of years that they've been together just as allies. So I don't think it would have ever happened. I think Pearl would have expected it to just eventually happen without really doing anything about it. Rose would have just fallen in love with other humans.
Yeah,
Longer.
because Rose is human sexual.
Yep, there you go. Yep.
Next part. Another theory someone had is Amethyst has gender dysphoria.
What is Amethyst? Yeah, that's where all the shapeshifting comes in. I mean, her most popular shapeshifting form is I was about to say Tiger Millionaire, is Purple Puma. And that is a form that goes by male pronouns. That makes sense. That if they wanted to take the show in that direction, Amethyst would be the gem to go with to be the first to use male pronouns. I mean, obviously, other than Steven. And what I hope is a Steven Lars fusion. That'll be the first male fusion. That's what I want to call Steven a fusion. Garnet once did. But as for Amethyst, yeah, I mean, she's all about identity issues. So, I mean, thematically, it makes sense.
So here's the thing that would happen. If Steven Lars hooked up with Stars, then holy crap, the series would then we could have the Steven and Lars ship.
The Steven and Lars show. Yeah, I guess they just never go back to Earth. Oh well.
If they were to give a spin-off to Steven Universe, which character would you want it to focus on? Pearl?
If I wanted to see a spin-off, I'd hope it would be something of its own entity. I don't think I'd want just Steven Universe 2.0. I just want something to just be itself. And I mean, it's probably a typical answer, but the Lapis and Paradox show doesn't sound that bad. They foreshadowed it not a while ago when Steven said, "Oh yeah, you'll have a wacky roommates and you'll live in the big city during Same Old Worlds."
Yeah, wouldn't it be cool if there was a it'd be cool if there was a Steven Universe special or not special, but if there was like a spin-off that focused on the actual rebellion.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure how compelling it would be for Cartoon Network to take on if it's like a war show. I don't know how well that would do if it's.
They just handed over to Adult Swim. They've done that with Samurai Jack.
Okay, that's fair too. I guess it's not. I'm not sure if it's the kind of story that the writers are especially interested in telling. I mean, I'm sure they enjoy writing stuff for the war occasionally, but the stuff that they're most engaged in is writing stuff about like humanity and relationships, and to have a war not based in humanity, but with gems who think very differently or seemingly very differently. I'm not sure if that's something that they want to do. It'd be interesting. I 100% agree that it'd be interesting. I think it'd make for a good special. But to have a full show out of it, I'm not sure if, especially like Rebecca Sugar doesn't seem like the type that would want to. But I don't I don't know her. I'm just speaking from from interviews and knowing what kind of show she ended up making in the first place with Steven. Because I mean, when you create a show, you're going to most likely create something that is an embodiment of yourself. And yes, it did end up being a show that heavily involved a war, but when you talk about the most major themes of the show, none of them are very particular to war. War just so happens to be a backdrop for all that.
Yeah. So actually, I think so. So one more thing, and then I think we've talked for what an
hour and a half.
30 minutes. Yeah. So one more thing, and this is unrelated to Steven Universe. Did you hear that Avatar is going to be getting a Teen Titans Go-esque spinoff?
If that's true, I haven't heard of that. Oh
No, that's not true. But I've always thought that would be an awesome April Fool's joke for someone to do on.
They have done chibi shorts before, in the same way that Teen
Yeah.
Titans did before Teen Titans Go existed.
Like, I think that would be absolutely hilarious if they made a joke about that, because of the fact that Avatar would be Nickelodeon's show to give that treatment to.
No, I agree. It'd be an April Fool's joke.
Watch characters from The Last Airbender and Legend of Korra meet up finally.
Finally, in a
More
chibi
so
show.
Watch the wacky situations Korra and Asami get into.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, it would be a April Fool's joke on the people who used to watch watch Nickelodeon more so than current Nickelodeon viewers, because I'm not sure if they exactly get what Nick's going for, especially if they're not familiar with the Airbender property.
Yeah.
But jokes on us.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a live stream, guys. I think
That is a live stream.
we can safely wrap it up. I'll talk to you in a sec after this also. But so thank you guys for watching. Ready, set, stopping the broadcast.